Hey, and welcome back. I'm tinkering on the Rabbit. I'm slowly trying to put everything back together that belongs on it. I have to try to remember where it all goes. First thing I'm going to reinstall is the speedometer, cable, and drive. I want to make sure it's clean before I put it back on. Got a little bit of brake and parts cleaner here. I'm going to make sure there's no dirt on this before I stick it back in. Tighten the screw. It's a Phillips head screw. Gotta use a short Phillips because it is in a fairly tight spot. There, the speedometer cable is reinstalled. Next, I'm thinking I should put this linkage back on because it's probably going to be annoying. I might as well get it done. Just about everything buttoned up on the top here, I think, and I'm pretty much ready to start the engine and see if it runs. So those of you that haven't seen the previous videos for this little series I made for this engine swap on my Mark 1 Rabbit, I'll give you a brief little history. Over there is the 1.5. It's a 1.5 liter engine that originally came in this 1980 Rabbit. It now has an engine from a 1981 Gulf, and it's a 1.6 liter. So I bought it off a Volkswagen group, for a couple $100, and I'm hoping it runs because the original engine has a head gasket issue. So I'm just going to top up the coolant a little bit more, and then I'm going to try starting the engine, and I'm going to let you all follow along and see how she starts. I hope I remembered to hook everything back up. I guess we'll soon find out. I'm going to jump in the car and try starting this engine. Just going to cycle the glow plugs a couple of times, and then I'm going to bump the key and see what happens. Make sure I'm in neutral. Glow plugs are taking a while. That's one. I'm going to do it twice, just to make sure they're nice and hot. These old engines have a long glow plug cycle, especially this one. It seems like they're longer than they used to be, so I'll have to check all the glow plugs. I know my 1.5, oh there, it's off. Okay, I'm going to try starting it.
You did it!
The bunny lives on. She's a stinky old diesel just like the old one. Wow. Nothing even had to be tinkered with. Neat. It even moved. I moved it forward and backward. The clutch feels funny. I'll have to play with it. The clutch definitely felt funny, so I'll have to fiddle with the clutch and make sure it's adjusted properly, but wow, seems to work. Oh, that's awesome. Awesome.
When are you going to take her for a spin?
I don't know, maybe when we get back from Cuba, because I have to go back to work here in the middle of the night tonight for 5 days, and then we're going to be taking off on a vacation, so I'm not even sure if I'll be able to get her out. And I don't think it has license plates on it right now either, so I probably won't license it till we get back.
You could just drive it around the field.
Maybe drive it around the field. I have to make sure the clutch and everything's right before I drive it, of course, but Yeah, it definitely seems like the engine runs, so we can work with that. Yeah, pretty cool. I think that money will probably have more trips. There'll be bugs to work out, and I got to make sure there's oil in the transmission and stuff too before I drive it, of course. So, yeah, I'm gonna let y'all go. Thanks for checking out the startup, and bye. Hell yeah! How do you like that?
You did it.
Money lives on.